Hi friends, welcome to Happy Day channel. So today we'll see how to create an virtual machine in the Azure cloud. So our Azure cloud account is ready here. So we'll start how to create a video in the Azure cloud. So you can see here, you can search a virtual machine. You'll get a virtual machine here. So you just need to click to add. So here my subscription is already selected. So here I didn't created any resource group. So first we can create the resource group. So demo resource group is created. So we'll give some name to the virtual machine like demo VM. Okay, it's took. So special characters sometimes somewhere it will take, somewhere it won't take. So here they took the special characters too. So we can select the region as per the requirement of ours. So if come to the point, like we can select Asia, South Asia, as per the requirement, or Central US. So for now I'm selecting the Central US location. If you needed any infrastructure availability as per the zone, so you can select from here again. So this is the image, like what operating system we need in the one particular virtual machine. You can take Windows 10 servers, then if you need Oracle Linux, CentOS, Red Hat. So for now I'm selecting the Ubuntu Linux server. It's very popular and we are selecting that. So as usually we used to use this Ubuntu server. Then the spot of the instance we don't need here, we don't need to select. So here we need to select the size. So as per the requirement we can select the size here, but the thing is it will give through the region. So if you want to take the size from use, okay, if you take the South Asia or Asia Pacific, so South India, so it will change the region, it will change the size as per the requirement. So by that, by the region, this VM costing here would be the change. So for now we were selected the Central US, so we'll back to the Central US. If you want to select, you can click here and you can select whatever size you need. So mostly B2S we used to use because 4 GB RAM it will provide, and two CPUs it will provide. So it will give the proper speed for us to perform the operations, like we can do some deployments, Kubernetes deployments or Docker deployments. So for that we can use the B2S, because this lesser are as per the requirement. This other VMs are available here, so we can select that. So I'll come back to B2S and select, and I'll come back to this page. So here, then it will authentication type, it will give SSH key, public key, and password. So we can use the passwords also, or SSH key. So for now I'm using the password. So username you can put whatever. So here the default is Azure user. So I'll give some password. So whatever you want to give, you can give the password here and username. So it matches. Again, the main thing is here, if you correct the inbound ports, if you come to the inbound ports, you can select this. So it will provide HTTPS, HTTP protocol, then SSH, all the stuff. So we have to select this, allow this, then we can go to the next. Also, the by default it is taking the SSD. SSD is the speed bootable, so it will provide the best speed to us. We can select other premium or standard as per the requirement. So here are the options. Advanced options are like manage disk or no. So by default we are putting the default settings, and here you can see the virtual network it will created from their end. So it will create for their end as a virtual network for as a VNet here for that particular virtual machine. So VNet is the virtual network it will provide to us. If you want to know, like it's a logically isolated to the Azure, and it's provide the IPs, subnets, and gateway security settings and all the stuff to us. So if you want to understand, we can go through here. So it will create the IPs and subnet for us. It will also provide the default load balancing to particular virtual machine. So it will provide the default setting to our virtual machine. These are also the multiple stuff it is still providing, like we can say monitoring, boot diagnostic, and all this stuff. So I will show you after creating this virtual machine how this they are managing the stuff, like how it is providing the monitoring, diagnostic insights for this virtual machine. So for now we'll do a next. Again we'll come, this is the providing the custom data and hosting groups if you want to connect to the particular host uh, or the other things. So for we don't want to do that, so tags we don't need to provide for now. And also it will go come to the, okay, so we'll check what it is provides and management. It's need the particular existing storage. So existing storage location is asking about. It's, so we can create here new storage because the existing storage is not already there. So we'll give some demo storage. We can give, it's already taken. So some changes. It's not allowing special class storage VM. That okay. So it's took from them. So we'll select OK, and we come to the point. You can see at the last it will show you the amount, how much amount it will take for per hour for this running the virtual machine. It will take some time. Okay, so you can see here the pricing for the virtual machine is as per the credits apply 3.2 INR Indian rupees per hour. So it will show the description whatever we did, and now we can click on the create, then it will create the virtual machine for us. So it's getting deployed. It will take a few minutes to get deploy on this. So it's redirected here and it's creating. So demo VNet is created, IPs are created, NSG network is also created for us. Now it is working on this storage VM. So it's also created. So we take a minute for this. Yeah, it's created. So we can go to resource. If you go to resource, first we have to configure our DNS name. So by this DNS is domain name services that it will provide if you want to connect our VM. So by this domain name we can connect through Putty or VNSAP application. So third party applications it's there in the market. So by this DNS then we can connect to this virtual machine. So first of all, we'll give some name for this virtual machine, demo VM. So this DNS name it will take. So and again we have to make it a static. So IP address for this. So DNS name we configured here. We have to save this. It will get configured. A few minutes. Okay, so it's done. If we go to overview, we can see it will take a few minutes to load. Okay, so this DNS name is created. By this DNS name, we can connect to our virtual machine. So if we go to our overview of virtual machine, we can see everything, the details like Linux operating system is selected, bit2s we selected. It's a standard size for this particular virtual machine. And yeah, so virtual machine is started. If you want to connect to this virtual machine, I'll tell like by WinSCP how we can connect. So WinSCP is like provider, so it will provide you the service to connect the virtual machine. So that I'm using right now. So we can see here. I want to edit. I want to give the DNS name for this. So first of all, I'll just get the DNS name from there. This is the DNS name created, and we have to copy here. Then what was the username? It was the Azure user, and we have to give a password, and we'll try to connect to virtual machine through this third-party service. So yeah, here you can see we are connected to our virtual machine, and there is nothing for now in my Azure user. But if you go back to the Azure user, if you go back, we can see the Linux files. Like by default what it will provide, you can see the users and home, root, etc., all the libraries and files. So this is the virtual machine. Here we can transfer the files from our desktop or whatever the things we want to do, we can do here. So we'll come back to virtual machine. So like this way we can connect to virtual machine through the local machine, and we can transfer the files. Now the next thing is like how we can check the diagnosis and monitor this particular virtual machine. So here if you want to start if you want to stop virtual machine, if you want to give the scheduler auto shutdown, so we can go here auto shutdown. First we'll check this auto shutdown, so we can enable this as per our location to Chennai, Kolkata. So we have that only for Indian purpose, so IST, Indian Standard Time. So we can give here like 7 p.m. So if we give 7 p.m. it will get automatic. If we have to save this, then it will get automatically shut down. So there is one option, send notification before auto shutdown. So before getting shut down, it will give notification if you want to give notification for particular mail ID or particular webhook URLs or mail IDs. So we can give that. So for now, we don't need that. So like this way, we can. There is another location like USA, Dhaka, Astana. We can select that as per the requirement. For now, we are selecting this, and we can have to save this stuff, and we can do it. So for now, we'll check here what it's asking. So 5 p.m. and we can save this stuff. Just let me refresh this. It's not getting loaded. Okay, so now it's loaded properly. So we can give 7 a.m. or p.m. whatever if you want to give. So if you get clicked on save, so it will get automatically shut down on the 7 p.m. every day. So it will check every day and it will get auto shutdown. So this is the feature is provided here. So you can see the notifications got saved. Also, you can check the displays, which are the displays we are using. Then what is the size? Also, we can check the securities. So if I want to resize the virtual machine, I'm using V2S and I want to upgrade that particular virtual machine. So I directly resize from here. The size I have to go and I can resize DS2. So if I click here, so it will get resized. So by this way, as per the requirement, we can do on the current running virtual machine, we can resize. So it will get automatically shut down for a few minutes and it will get again start. So by this way we can resize our virtual machine. It will provide the securities. If you need like SSL certificates or something, so we can add here securities. So we don't need RIA for now. So we can come back. So now we'll go to inside the main thing of matrices and monitoring purpose. Mostly we will see the insights. So if I enable this, I can see the insights of graph for particular virtual machine. So it will take a particular subscription, it will get selected. Default subscription is the only one, so it's getting selected, and so it will selecting the log workspace for me. So it will create a default workspace. So it's creating new workspace, default workspace for me, and it will show the monitoring and insights for me in the virtual Azure virtual machine. So it will take a few minutes for the deployment and then it will get started. So also we can use the connection monitor and logs so we can check. So after getting this deploy, it will show logs, diagnostic and metrics and alerts. Also it will show if there are any problems, if it is facing any issues, then it will show in the alerts. Then matrices, it will show the matrix. Also we can check the health. Then if we want to boot the diagnostic, we can do here. If you want to redeploy, you can do. If you want to change the passwords and all the stuff. If you are facing any connection troubleshoot or any issues, we can connect to the our support of Azure that's provided through the Microsoft. So we can connect to Microsoft and we can resolve these issues. So like this way, we can create the virtual machine and yeah, we can deploy this virtual machine and we can use. So we'll see this monitoring after getting this deploy. So I think it's get deployed. Not yet. Showing the progress to you. Showing it will take a few minutes. Okay, so it's created. So we'll go to resource group. So you can see here in resource group all the stuff it will show. So the main thing is we'll refresh this. So it will take some time to get monitor being collected. It will take a 10 minutes to get arrived. So till that we can show you Azure monitor. So this is also one part in Azure monitor. So here also we can add this and we can check the performance. So Azure monitor is also one part. It will show the performance to us. We can see here. So what is the CPU utilization? Because we are not using anything right now. We didn't copied any file, so we are not using anything, so it's showing empty. So like this way there are different things we can check: the monetization, CPU utilization, and all the stuff. So like this way it will take the insight. So this same reflection of the data it will show here in the insight, but it will take some time. So like this way we can check the performance of the CPU and the stuff, so it will get reflected in some time. So till that we'll see some different things. So also we have disaster recovery, then we have the backup things. These all are, if you want to give the disaster recovery, we can mention the configuration for that. You can check the reason from the region from where it is getting, it should get reflected. So review and replication we can give, provide some advanced settings. You can do that if you want to take the backups. So we can take the backup of that. So we take the backup for, so it will show like if you want to take daily or like monthly. So we have to create the policy for that, like, and from where to where it will take the backup, that also we have to mention. So recovery service is the vault it's created for now. So if you want to select existing services there, then another VM we have to take the backup, that also we can do. We have to change the subscription in the different subscription we have to do, we can do that. So these are the different things and configuration it will provide here in Azure. So it's the best thing that we can use the Azure virtual machines. So in the next video, we'll see how to shut down, how to shut down and how to start virtual machine. So it's a automation part in the Azure, Microsoft Azure Cloud. So we'll see in the next video. If you like this video, please like it, share, and subscribe to the video. Thanks to have connected with Happy Day Tech Solutions. Thank you, guys.